Hi guys, it's Nova Wolf. Welcome to my video. We'll get straight to it. Hi guys, what's up? It's Nova Wolf. Welcome to my video and welcome to my channel. We're actually going to be discussing today about Vulvodynia, and we're just gonna dive right in. So I've had Vulvodynia for 4 years now, and been going to specialists and stuff like that. I'm making this video because I know what it's like to feel scared, alone about it, and confused. And I do apologize if I end up crying in this video while talking about it. It's just real raw emotion, and there's nothing I can do about how I feel when it comes to talking about this subject. It's really, really hard. It is terrifying as well. But here we go. So, for those of you who are coming because you're curious about the title and what the hell Vulvodynia is, well, Vulvodynia is painful intercourse. And what that's like is horrible. For me personally, it feels like somebody had took a razor blade, cut up everywhere possible, then poured gasoline, planted landmines, and then lit a match and threw it in that bitch and just let it go. And I'm not saying that everybody who suffers from vulvodynia suffers that great of pain like me. Some people it could be way worse, some people it could be way less. Some people it could be a different type of where it affects them in their body. Um, when I first had noticed the vulvodynia, I was in a relationship. I was engaged. And there's a reason why I bring this up. It's not to start anything. Don't jump the gun. um, it was after I had a urinary tract infection. Obviously, I went to the doctors, took care of it, got it cleaned up. But after that is when everything started to change within that area, within the vicinity down there. But it was bad off the bat. It was horrible. It was worst imaginable pain, and I don't know what caused it, except that it could be linked to that. But the doctors don't even know. They just think that that's a great possibility, that that could have been something that triggered another thing for this to happen. You know, it was like a tick bomb waiting to happen, I guess. Like, for one thing to happen and have another thing occur or to arise. But they cannot actually pinpoint what causes it, unfortunately. And I go through Park Nicollet. There's only 2 specialists that does anything within this area that live near me. They have actually been really great. When I first went in, they took those, I can't remember what they're called, those stupid clamp things that, that girls get checkups, and they stick those middle, like, jaw things in your hoo-ha, and they give you exams. Well, they stick those same things in hoo-ha. I'm trying to say it where it's appropriate for YouTube, okay? I'm sorry. They stick it in there, and they checked me, took a swab, and they told me that they noticed that it is red, like a lobster, like these red flowers, but red sucker blossoms. Um, and that it looked similar to a rape victim's symptoms. And I'm like, great, cool, that's wonderful. I'm just gonna roll with these punches. Keep coming at me. What's next? What you got? When really I was actually scared to death and like questioning what the fuck. I was terrified when she was actually telling me all of this. I was like, what? Like, how is this? What? How did this happen? How did this even occur? Like, what the? Because I didn't put two and two together with the whole like urinary tract infection. Because I didn't think anything of it. Like, I didn't. I've never once had a urinary tract infection in my whole life. Okay, that was the first time ever, ever. And then after that, I had these symptoms, but I didn't think and connect the two, so I didn't realize that that would be a thing that could happen. Um, and they're like, that could have activated something, but the best way I can explain it to you is that your body's probably sending missed signals to your head, and your nerves down there are oversensitive right now. And I was like, okay, what are the next steps? They were like, well, it's a possibility that things can get better, or you permanently stay like this. There's no real cure for it. That was the bombshell. That kind of took me back a little bit, especially at the time I was engaged, because, like, I was dreaming about having a kid, family. I was having that personal connection in that marriage that made it feel great. But when all that happened, I lost a part of me that never got, never even occurred could happen. I lost my confidence. I lost a part of me that day. I think it made me feel like I was finished. I was broken. And then no one would love me because of it. And before you sit there and say, well, it's not all about sex in a relationship. Yes, no shit. Thank you. Captain Obvious. I know. And not the only thing. If that was the only thing, it's not really a relationship. It's a force to have in a relationship, yes. Definitely. But, like, I've talked to people about it already, and obviously there are alternatives if I cannot have that type of connection, obviously. But the thing that people who aren't going through it or have no idea of what it is like to live with it won't really understand. But they will definitely be supportive, which is great. You want, but it doesn't make the insecurities go away. Sadness, loneliness behind it doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make it go away. There was a great void in me when I got this news from the doctors about a baby not ever going away. And the reason why that hurts and why it affected me in a great manner was because, like I said, at this time I was engaged, and even now I still want to end up having a family, being able to have my own kid, being able to carry it, and give birth. But even natural birth is out of the question at this point. The doctors even told me that if I ever actually do get pregnant with that, I'll have to get a C-section. Well, if I get a C-section, so it happened. But the connection I was able to have a lot is not the same. I'm going to be the same. It's so hard to look at myself and think that somebody's actually going to stick around when I can't do exactly what they want. I feel like I'll never actually be accepted, because who doesn't want to have that connection with somebody? And I'm not talking about just having sex to have sex. I'm talking about a real emotional connection with somebody in that manner. It's not the same. It won't fix it. Alternatives doesn't fix it. It's just finding another solution to it. Not that I don't mind like adopting a kid, because that would be great to save a kid from a foster home that's probably mistreating them, because they deserve a very good loving home too. I'd be happy to adopt, but it's not the same as carrying my own child. And I would like to have that opportunity at least once, and I'm scared I would never even get that opportunity. It really sucks. Have told me, what do you mean? I'll definitely be with you, even if I couldn't. But nowadays, it's so scary to even trust, because there's been so many people I've heard say that, but not actually mean it. And it hurts. It's scary. And for years, I felt like one was struggling the same way about going through it because I've never heard of it before until I had me. There's only two specialists that even know what the fuck they're talking about that I go see anyway. I don't know how many doctors out there actually know about it. It's been a really big battle with myself because of it, but it's also made me stronger in ways because I know it doesn't define me, and I know there's someone one day I'll be able to have a family with, even if it's not my own body. I'll have a family one day for sure. May not be the same, but at least I'll be happy. That's all that matters at the end of it. But I'm gonna stop talking about how it's made me feel, and I'm gonna start talking about how I've been able to get help with it and make the symptoms a little bit better instead of worse. Sorry. I actually have tissue boxes somewhere, but I just don't know. I just need to grab them. Give me 1 second. Found them. So I'm trying to not mess up my makeup while crying. That's great. I should have done this with no makeup on, but that was my stupid decision. It's okay. I'll be fine. But we're gonna go on to talk about the ways that can help the symptoms and relieve some of the pain. So I was telling you, ladies, before, and gentlemen, if you're watching too, when the doctor was telling me all this and told me that heartbreaking news, they also gave me ways I can help. And it has shown some improvement with what they gave me to help. Now, what they gave me was some numbing medication to do Kegel exercises. And they told me to buy dilators. I have dilators. They are actually, you can actually get them off Amazon. I can't remember exactly the brand. Vova, and they're pink and they look like this, and they come in a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dilators for those who are actually looking to see what they can do about their vulvodynia. Or what has worked best for others. I was trying to put it away. Oops. So those are the dilators, and they gave me the numbing medication. They had to give me a certain type of numbing medication. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I don't preferably use it because it was causing some irritation. But they gave me that to try. I tried it. Like I said, it gave me irritation. I still use the dilators, obviously, since you saw that I have them. And they also told me to use lubricant as normal, so I did. And the lubricant was still causing irritation, so I was like, what if I'm allergic to the lubrication? So I was like, okay, let's switch to water base, and I switched it, and it's actually helped. So yeah, So there's that. There's another. Oh yeah, and then they had me do physical therapy. With that, they actually have me doing yoga. Literally, the best way I can suggest it for anyone who's trying to do it to better their situation, do any type of yoga that has to do anything with the pelvic region, like stretching the upper thighs, your inner, your outer, your butt, um, your like lower stomach, that area. Any stretches to do with that will help it tons. And while doing those stretches, do Kegel exercises. And when doing the Kegel exercises, I would suggest to like do the slow in and exhale movement. So when you're inhaling, just breathe in and suck, like do the Kegel, and then when you're exhaling, just release. So do that with any yoga pose that gives you that opportunity to do so. And it should help a little bit um, while doing the dilators for Kegels as well. Also with dilators, for those who want to like learn more how it can help you with your situation, when using the dilators, you want to be able to push down, hold it there, do some Kegel exercises, and then release, and then do that on all of the walls within your hoo-ha. And then once that's all done, just like leave it there and do a couple more Kegel exercises with it just sitting there in the center. So yeah, hopefully those suggestions help. Also, make sure you find a doctor that knows exactly what they're talking about, because you don't want to get stuck with a doctor who doesn't and fucks you over even more. So I'd also like to explain to those who aren't here to figure out for themselves on their situation with vulvodynia, but are just curious about vulvodynia in general. Not everybody goes through it the same. Everybody's different. How it's caused is different for everyone. It is not common that I'm aware of. Another thing that my doctor had told me about the vulvodynia with having to help the symptoms. When showering and using soap, you can only use unscented soap. I have chosen Dove. It's a really great brand for unscented. That liquid that you pour into the washer to make your stuff nice and soft and like nice and clean too. You guys know what I'm talking about. You have to get unscented of that. You can't use the same washer. You can't share the same washer as everyone else who is using the normal product of that has scent in it. Because of the residue that's left in the washer, it's just going to mix in with the unscented, and you're still going to get it in your clothes when it comes to your underwear and your towels. You can wash your clothes with like the normal scented stuff, but underwear and towels you cannot, because they don't specifically want anything near that area that can cause more irritation than there already is. And they want you to hand wash those, but you can put them in the dryer. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps somebody in the long run, if at all, and also helps give out better understanding of how vulvodynia can affect somebody. Understand? Bye.